Hello and welcome back. I'm Natalie MacDonald and you're watching Sydney Direct on Dukascopy TV. Ever wondered what the future holds for Australia's financial services community? Well, that's exactly what the Financial Services Council's annual conference taking place in a few weeks' time at the Gold Coast looks to achieve. I spoke with Sally Loane, CEO of the FSC, ahead of the conference to find out what some of the takeaways for investors could be. Sally Loane, many thanks for taking the time to chat with Dukascopy TV today. We much appreciate it.
It's my pleasure, Natalie. Good to be here.
Thank you so much. Now, this year's Financial Services Annual Conference will be your first as CEO. How did this shape your approach to the objectives of the conference and also the type of information and sort of takeaways that you're looking to provide investors with?
Our conference is the flagship event of the year. It's where we have at least 500 of our members and all sorts of associated financial services executives together in the one place. So it's really important that we have great insights. We have experts who can talk about some of the things that are happening not just in Australia but globally. And we also have a bit of fun, some networking. So it's something that I'm really passionate about. I've been to a lot of conferences over the years, both as a participant and somebody who's been up on stage presenting, so I think I know what makes a good conference, so we're really hoping for a great one.
Now, the theme of this year's conference is Visualize. What do you see as being the growing traits almost likely to characterise Australia's financial services industry in the coming years?
The financial services sector is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, in our economy. It's actually around 9% of GDP, so it's up there with mining. Australia's always been known for mines and for agriculture, not so much for financial services, but I think that's something that's starting to certainly be acknowledged not only by politicians but by industry generally. So it's a very big and very important sector. It's growing exponentially. We have a superannuation system that is one of the models in the world. It's got something like, it's the fourth biggest pension system in the world outside America, the UK and Japan, and it really does contribute enormously to our economy. So saving for retirement in an ageing population, that's something that's going to be very much at the forefront of people's minds when they come into this conference.
Now, the conference will provide industry insights into sectors such as retirement, superannuation, investment. Superannuation, particularly the FSC, has actively lobbied on. In your view, is government moving towards the correct model?
We like what David Murray said in the FSI report on superannuation. We actually think that superannuation should be defined in legislation. The purpose and the objective of superannuation should be defined, should be enshrined in legislation, and we're hoping that the government and the opposition will reach bipartisan agreement on this, because once we have it there, if you like, protected away from the budget cycle, then people will have confidence in our superannuation system.
Now, you already touched on Australia being known more perhaps for its mining than its financial services. You're going to be moderating, in fact, panels speaking on retirement and financial services as perhaps Australia's next mining boom. What are the key takeaways that you see investors going away from these discussions with?
If we take the issue of funds management, Australia, because of our superannuation system, our mandatory system, has developed a great deal of expertise in funds management. So we've got an enormous pool of experts in this country. So what I see, some of the key things for the future are funds management becoming a bigger export industry, not only our services, but also the attraction for funds to come in from overseas and be managed here in Australia. I think that's going to be really key for the future. Also, things like our insurance products. We have great insurance products in this country. We're sitting on, in Asia, we've got the middle class in Asia growing hugely. It's burgeoning. They're going to be needing products like funds management products, retirement incomes products, superannuation products, and indeed insurance products. So we think we've got a great export industry just really waiting to grow, perhaps in the same way that the mining sector did in the last decade.
Sally, we look forward to catching up with you again at the annual conference in just a few weeks' time. Thank you much again.
Thank you very much.
Our thanks there to Sally Loane, CEO of the Financial Services Council. We'll be hearing more from Sally at the FSC's annual conference taking place in just a few weeks' time. For now, though, it's goodbye from me.